Hello everyone, I'm a ballet dancer with the Mariinsky Theatre, and today I'm going to be giving a floor gymnastics conditioning workout to the beginner ballet students in the summer ballet camp in Spain. I'm really excited because these exercises are going to be suitable for beginners, and these are one of my favorite exercises. So my name is Khoreva, subscribe to this channel not to miss out the new ballet content, and without further ado, let's get into the masterclass.
Okay, so I already told everything, and here I don't think that we need any presentation especially. Just enjoy your class with marvelous Maria. Okay?
Thank you. So yes, we're recording the class a little bit, so I'm going to be holding this microphone, so but it's not gonna affect the quality of our training today. So workout is really super important. Now, especially when ballet requires a lot of flexibility and a lot of stretching and a lot of, higher technique and higher strength, it's very important to support our muscles and support our body with additional training. So as I already told the other group, and as I already told Asya, I do around 30 to 40 minutes of training, of workout before the class every day, even if I'm dancing a lot. And I feel like this really helps me. So today I'm going to be sharing my favorite exercises with you. So let's start with the feet warm-up. So just sitting like this, heels off of the floor, flexed feet, and we are just going to be moving our toes. So for 20 times, 3 and 4 and 5, really feeling it, 6 and 7, heels off of the floor, and 8 and 9 and 10 and 1 and 2, good, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Stretch your feet, and again toes, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 1 and 2, nice cracking, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Good. Now flex the toes, and only the ankles are moving. The toes are flexed at all times. So you see the toes I keep flexed, and 3 and 4 and good, 5. And keep them flexed really nicely, and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, and go 10 more, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, good, and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Now point the toes, and we do 20 more, but we are pointing the toes every time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, good, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 1. Point the toes, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, good, and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Very good. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of a boring exercise, but it's super. So I'm going to tell you a story. So after my debut in Don Q, I had very big problem with my back, because it was a lot of jumps and a lot of, bends to the back. And after that big problem, my colleague taught me that this exercise, so if you have back pain, please don't use any rollers. Please, like, for the sake of God, don't do anything like, cracking like this. No, not for sure not. For sure not rolling, not bending to the back, like not trying to stretch it out. But please, if you have problems with the back, please do this exercise. Because to relax the back muscles, we need to do stretching, but we need also to work on our abs to make good relaxation to the muscles. So we're going to lie on our back, knees around like 45-degree angle, and we're going to lift just a little bit, feeling the stretch in our back. So through long muscles and long spine, we just lift a little bit and lift to about this level, to arms about this high. And we hold for 10 seconds like this. So we really need to feel the stretch in our back and kind of, stomach in. So I'm really pulling my stomach muscles in and holding like this, 10 seconds, and then we relax. So we do 15 times holding 10 seconds. Okay, let's go. Okay, get ready and go. And 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax and go up. And 1, 2, 3, a little bit higher. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go. Relax. And 1, 2, 3. Stretch your back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. And go. 1, 2, 3. Abs in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, relax. Let's do 5 more. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Curl your back. 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Strong abs. 9, 10. Relax. 2 more. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stretch. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and the final one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. So literally, like after every performance, finishing the ballet, I do this exercise in my dressing room because I really don't want to experience the problem with my back anymore. So I really need this exercise. So that's like a very, very useful one. Okay, let's continue with our abs. We're gonna do just single leg jackknife, single leg lifts like this. But it's very important keeping the legs straight. And it's very important to start not with the arms and the leg, but I start this movement with the center of my body. So I keep the arms not really engaged. The arms are coming up last. And I start with the center, and then I also keep the shoulders down, and I keep the posture, keep the back long, keep the legs straight and long. Okay, let's do 20 times. Okay, and begin. Go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, good, and 6, and good, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, 10 more, and stretch the knees, and go up, and 3, and shoulders down, 4, and keep up with the rhythm, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, good, guys. The rhythm is very important, so try to make all of the movements quite energetic. So let's do now the same thing, but with double leg lifts. So again, the legs are staying together during this movement, and we are again trying to stretch the knees, point the toes, and again really feeling these muscles, which are very important for me for dance and for ballet class. Okay, 20 times. And let's start. And 1, legs together, and 2, and 3, and legs together, 4, together, and 5, and 6, good, and 7, and 8, and 9, continue, and 10, and 1, and keep breathing, and 3 with the rhythm, and 4, please continue, and 5, and 6, good, and 7, and 3 more, and 9, and finish. Okay, good. Now relax for a little. Now let's do, again, this very nice exercise. We're gonna lie on our back. We're gonna lift a little bit the legs and the top of our body, the upper body. And we're gonna do lift and lower, and lift and lower. So holding the upper back off of the floor, the legs also off of the floor at all time, and we just lift with control, turning out, pointing the toes, stretching the knees, just like this. So arms behind our back, like this, okay? Let's do 20 times. Very important here that we keep our lower back on the mat at all times, so we don't do this really, really on the floor, okay? Please. Okay, let's start. Lift and go. One leg up and down, and up and down, and 3, and 4, and turn out, 5, and 6, beautiful feet, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, 10 more, and 1, and 2, and 3, elbows to the side, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, good. And the last ab exercise that we're going to do is going to be the scissors. So lifting upper body and the legs, and go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, really using the inside thigh muscles here, and really again feeling the lower back pressing against the mat and turning out. So let's do 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 16 times. Okay, let's get ready. Now lift up and start, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, good, 6, and 7, good, and 8, okay, and finish. Very nice. Okay, let's roll over to we are going to start with the chest lifts. So it's just arms behind our head, elbows to the side, very important, and just lifting a little bit, just like this. And 3, and 4, 20 times. Okay, let's start. Okay, and 1, and 2, and 3, good, and 4, and 5, and not too high, just a little bit, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and good, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, relax. Now the next exercise is going to be arms in the third position, and we lift both legs and upper body. So like this, legs straight, they go together, not like this, very even, very together, and the arms elbow to the side, nice round third position, just like in the ballet class, and just go lift and down. Okay, 20 times, please. Okay, let's start. and 1, and 2, good, and 3, not too high, and 4, and 5, good, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 1, and don't rest on the floor, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Good. Now let's do some push-ups, just 10 push-ups. Well, for the boys it's gonna be easy, but for the girls, I usually do just like, push-ups off of the knees. So let's do 10 push-ups, whatever version. I mean, for the boys you can skip. I know you do push-ups all the time, but girls, let's do 10 push-ups from the knees. Okay, let's go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, good, and 8, and 9, and 10. Now stay here, just in a tall plank. Keep staying, do the plank, okay? And from the plank, we're gonna do alternating leg lifts like this. Okay, let's start 20 times, please. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 10 more. 1, in a straight line, the body stays in a straight line. 3, good, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Now go to the low plank, now on your elbows. And from here, we're going to start doing, knees to ourselves. So turned out knees. Very important to keep the line. So not like this, not like this. The line from the top of our head to our heels. And only one leg is moving. So we are not doing that like this. We are very, very stable. Only the knee. 2, and 3, and 4. 20 times. Okay, let's go up. Okay, then let's go. And 1, good. And 2, and 3, and 4. Don't rush. And 5, and 6, one line. 7, and 8, and 9, good. And 10, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Good. Relax. I'm just checking the time here. So, very important for me, the plank for the stability. Because, when we do the arabesque in ballet class, we also need to not do, all of this. We also need to stay very, very stable, very, very straight. So for me, the plank and all of these exercises with the plank, it really helps with the stability of the pose when I'm dancing during the ballet class. So that's one of my favorite exercises to do. So now let's continue with the back strengthening. So we go from the 5th position. We lift our upper body a little bit. We place the legs. We try to make like very, very clean 5th position. And from here, we do little like butt mount and jeté. And we try not to go up with our heel, but we try to open this hip. So 1 and 2, and place in a nice 5th position every time. So let's do 16 times with each leg. Okay, let's get ready and start lifting. Okay, and 1, and point your toes every time, and 3, and 4, good, and 5, and 6, and leg to the back, not to the side, and 8, and 1, 8 more, and 2, 5th position every time, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7 and 8. Good. Change the leg. Okay, let's go up. And 1 and 2 and 3. And feel your butt muscles. 4 and 5 and 6. Open the hip. And 7. Good. And 8. 8 more. And 1 and 2. And stretch the knee. And 4 and 5. Articulate the foot. And 6 and 7 and 8 and finish. Nice. Now stay in the same position. Now we are going to do développé. So again, this leg is turned out from the passe. So I do the passe, so like this. You see, so not like this, but I cross a little bit. I open this hip, lift the hip up of the floor a little bit again, and I do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So go with the knee up and don't let the knee drop like this. So hold the knee in the turnout position. Actually here, let's do just like this, not flexed. Stretched foot and go up and down and up and down. The goal here is really to open this knee every time. So knee up and knee stays like this. Pa-pam, pa-pam, okay? 10 times each leg. Okay, let's start. Get ready. Get ready in a passe. Open the hip and feel the butt muscles every time. Turn out, turn out, turn out. Okay, let's start. Go. And 1 and knee open. And 2 and 3. Stretch your leg every time at the top. And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and go 9 and 10. Okay, good. Try not to, so you lift and try not to lift to here, but to lift higher and a little bit higher and open the most at the top of the range of motion. Okay, other leg, please. Okay, and let's start. Go up and down, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Good. Open the knee. And 8, and good. 9, and 10. Okay, very good. Let's rest a little bit and continue to the side. So let's start easy. We will just start lifting this leg like this. So bending the lower leg, and we lift this leg turned in to train these muscles. So very easy, just 15 lifts each leg. Okay, on the left side. With control and working with resistance. So not like, very easy, but, resist and really feel each little muscle every time. Okay, let's go. And go 1, and 2, and 3, and good, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Now stay at the top and do little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Staying here. We're going to be lifting the inside leg. So laying like this. 1 and 2. Okay, let's start. And go. Up and down. Up and down. Feel the muscles. And 4. and 5, and with control, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Little pulses, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, really nice. Now on the same side, elbow underneath the shoulder, feet together, stacked like this, side hip lifts. Okay, so one arm on your hip, and let's do 16 hip lifts. Okay, go. 1 and down, and straight line, and 3, and 4, and 5. Good. 6 and 7, stomach in, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Now onto the side hip lifts. So flex your feet, feet stacked, and please make sure that you're not doing this or this. Very, very straight line from the elbow to the feet, and shoulder as well. So yeah, really straight. Please check that. And let's go. Did we do 20 times or 16? 16? Okay, let's go 16. Okay. Good. And start it up. Go up and down. And 2. Good. And 3. And 4. And go 5. Arm up. And 6. Good. And straight line. 7. And 8. And 1. And 2. Try not to rest on the ground between repetitions. 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Nice. Relax, and we're gonna do the same thing with the leg. Lifted, turned out leg. So don't do this. Leg is like, just when you open. And please, again, don't create the straight line in your body, please, for this exercise. Yes, nice. Bend your leg 90 degrees, not very long, so 90 degrees. Okay, good, and let's start, please. Go, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, really nice. Now let's try doing this one like some bee flying around. This exercise is really my favorite, so I do it during the performance. So for example, in Nutcracker, when I get a little bit cold after, dancing the beginning of the third act, but then I have the grand pas de deux coming. And before the grand pas de deux, I literally, in the wings, I do this exercise, which seems a little bit weird, but it really helps me a lot. So it's gonna be in a side plank. Like this, we go in a side plank, and then I lift my leg like this. So just trying to hold the balance. Straight line here, strong oblique, strong shoulder, strong butt muscles, and just 1 and 2. Okay, let's try doing 8 times on each side. Okay, starting on the left side. Please make sure you have the straight line. Lift your hips, yes, arm to the side. Okay, flex your feet. Yes, flexing the feet. Yes, good, 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 good. And let's go up with the leg. Go 1 and 2. Careful with the balance. And hips higher. And 4 and 5. And hips higher. And 7 and 8. Okay, nice. But guys, I really need you to try to, hold the hips for the whole time. So not moving anywhere, not going lower, not going higher, but just only one leg is working. Okay, let's do the other leg, other side. Okay, get ready in a side plank, please. And let's go. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, good. Now let's do bridges, which are my favorite. It might not be a very pretty exercise, but it's really, 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 really good for you. Okay, so rolling onto your backs. Let's just start with some traditional bridges, just to know, let's do on demi-point straight away. So bridges on demi-point 20 times, just lifting the hips. Okay, lift as high as you can and really squeeze at the top of the range of motion. Okay, let's go. And up and down. And 2. And squeeze. 3. And 4. Good. Squeeze. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. And 10. And 1. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, relax. Now 15 bridges on single leg. Now roll on your back and lift one leg. And just 15 bridges, really squeezing every time. So like squeeze and really hold for a second every time. Okay, 15 times please, each leg. Okay, and start. 1 and 2, good. And 3, and higher. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, good. And higher. 1 and 2. Feel the muscles. 3 and 4, good. And 5 and good. 6 and 7 and 8. Good. Change the leg and start up. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and higher please. 1, good. And 3, 2, sorry, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, good. Relax for a second. And now what we're going to do is we are lifting our hips on demi-point. Lifting one leg and staying here, so hips are not moving. Hips are high. We are just moving one leg. 1 and 2 and really squeezing here. And 3 and 4. Okay, 16 times each leg on demi-point. Okay, please lift the right leg up on demi-point, hips very high, squeezing the butt muscles, and go down and up, and 2, and 3, good, and 4 with control, and 5, and 6, and 7, good, and 8, and hold the hips stable, and 2, and 3, hips higher, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, good. So the leg is very straight and pointed. The knee and the foot is really, turned out and straight and stretched very long every time, so that we also feel these muscles. Okay, let's go the other leg, please. Lift up, hold the hips, and go down and up, and 2, and 3. Try to touch the floor every time, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, good, and 8. Stable leg, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, relax, really good. Now let's go back to our plank position, and let's do this balance challenge, as I name it. So we're gonna be lifting opposite arm and leg every time. So here, your goal is to keep the body stable, to keep it in a square position, the hips and the shoulders. So we're gonna do 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Not very fast, but really holding everything together. Okay? 16 times. Okay, straight line. Again, don't leave the hips too high. Don't keep them too low. And let's start. Okay, and 1, and 2, good, 3, a little bit slower, and 4, and 5, so that we keep the balance, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Okay, good. But many of you have done this here. No. We stay in a good plank and just lift the arm or the leg. So now let's rest a little bit and repeat the exercise once more. Really try to make the straight line here, okay? Don't rush. You have to hold the balance, hold the stability for this exercise. So really, take your time. I'm going to count slower. Take your time really focusing on the square position here. All right, let's prepare. Okay. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start and go 1, and go 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Lower the hips, and 6. Don't lift them up, and 7. Good, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, good. Rest, take your time to rest a little bit. Now let's get up. Yes, okay, so let's do a few stability exercises. So first, we're going to do little mini plie. So it's not even plie, it's just, bending the knee. So the leg is free. And the other leg is on the turned in passe. The legs are in front like this. And we're gonna be doing, just hips are staying parallel. And this knee is always looking on the middle of your foot. And we are just going to be turning in this, in this hip joint, just turning like this, but this leg stays the same all the time. and the foot is really on the floor. We're just turning. The hips stay parallel. We don't do this. We don't go there, here, there. Just turning one hip. And arms are going to be in front of you like this. So go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, just turning in the hip joint, in the left hip joint. Okay, sit on the left foot, please, for me. Arms in front, shoulders down, long necks, and just turning one hip. Okay, let's go. And 1, slow, and go back. And 2, and go back. And 3, and don't turn the knee. And 4. It's parallel position, turned in position. And 1. And please turn in the foot, parallel position. And 3. And 4. And 2 more. And go 1 and 2. Okay, quite good. So please, the foot in the like parallel position. So please don't lift the hip like this. It stays parallel the whole time. Just only turning. Yes, nice, good. Okay, repeating on the other leg. Take it slowly. Parallel position. Okay, and go. Twist. 1 and 2. And 2. And 3. And 4. And go 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And go 9. And go 10. Okay, good. Now let's go into the fifth position. Right leg front. So we're going to do a little port de bras in the fifth position. Just, because I stand in the fifth position for a very, very long time before the class, for like around 10-15 minutes. I try every day because I feel like the fifth position is the best way to train the turnout. So I really try to focus on my butt muscles here and inside thigh muscles to really, squeezing them when I'm staying in the fifth position. But I also incorporate port de bras for some arm strength. So here we're going to do just like first port de bras, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's do 10, I think, 10 times in the fifth position, really squeezing the legs, but also strong and beautiful ballet arms. Okay, 3 and 4, and let's go. And up and down, and 2, and 3, and 4, good, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. 8 more, let's do 8 more. Elbows to the side, shoulders down, and squeeze the fifth position. And 3, and 4, good, and long backs, 5, and long necks, and 7, and 8. Okay, and let's do 16 times one arms. Here, staying here as well. 1, and good, 2, or Rothbard arms, 3, and 4, and go 5, and 6, shoulders down, and 7, and 8, and 8 more, 1, and 2, good, and 3, feel each muscle in your arm, and 5, good, and 6, shoulders down, and 7, and 8. Good. Now changing the legs and doing the same thing, the same port de bras. Good for your shoulder muscles, good for your arms. Arms need to be strong. Okay, and remember squeezing the legs in the fifth position. Okay, let's go. And up and down, and 2, and good, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, elbows to the side, feeling every finger, and 8 more, and 1, long necks, and 2, and my arms are tired already, and 4, and keep squeezing, and 5, and 7, and 8. Okay, so one arm. Let's go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good. And soft elbows. And 6, and 7, and 8, and go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, good. And now I think the last exercise for today is also for the upper body. Well, maybe for some of them, the obliques are going to hurt tomorrow, but it's okay. So the funny story, actually, when I first danced terpsichore in Apollo, which was my first role at the Mariinsky, there is a certain part in the choreography where the muses stand in the 5th position, and they do this movement, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And the first time I tried it during the rehearsal, the next day, everything was so sore for me. So then I realized that I do not enough exercises for my obliques. So that's when I started doing this exercise, and it is really helpful for my upper body and for my, actually even for my strong legs. So we're gonna stand in a wide, free position in our legs, arms in the 3rd position, and very important, not to go like, close here, but I go long, really stretching every time, long and far down. So we're gonna do 1 and go 2 and like this, but really holding the nice position in the arms and pulling up in the stomach, in the back, and going as far down as you can. Okay, 18 times or 16 times. Okay, let's start. And to the right, up, to the left, and up, to the right, and 4, and go 5, and good, 6, and 7, nice, and 8 more, elbows to the side, do 1, and go down, and up, and 3, and 4, and shoulders down, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay, very good. I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you. The applause goes to you. Actually, you were beautiful. Thank you for following so closely. It was really nice to see all of you try so hard. So hopefully the exercises were useful, and maybe you try continuing doing them. But really, I think for every dancer, you need to find your own exercises that are going to be helpful for you. So, keep on searching. But once again, I think the additional work, the workout is very, very important. So keep searching and keep finding what is helpful for you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.